Hey everybody, welcome to Ethereal Arts Studio. If you're visiting our channel for the first time, I want to introduce myself. My name is Juan Scribe, and here at Ethereal Arts Studio, I'm an artist, you're an artist, we are all artists. Now for those of you who are returning to our channel, I want to thank you. Our channel is growing because of you. Make sure that you like the video and hit the notification button as well. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Today we have something very special planned for you. We're going to sculpt a very special sculpture.
So as always, I start off with a sketch, and this has more than one purpose. It's to inspire myself and also to use for reference in terms of the proportions and the scale of the statue. And here are some of the tools that I'm going to use, some pliers and tape and foil and some sculpting tools, and my hands, which are the most important tools. Then I start off with some wire to build the bones, the skeleton, the armature of the sculpture. And now I'm going to drill some holes in this wooden stand that I'm going to use to mount the model. Now this model, this sculpture, will be our most ambitious yet. As you can see, it's electrical, and here are some lights that will connect to E.T.'s glowing heart. And in addition to that, his finger will also light up. So I have an LED light here that I'm going to then wrap around his arm and down underneath the model. And here is the polymer clay that I'll be using. So at first I knead it and soften it up. Then I apply it and pack it on tightly. I use a variety of tools and make sure that there are no air bubbles. Oh, and by the way, check out this cool tutorial in which I show you how to paint the famous moonlit sky. That video is in our tutorials playlist. So as I continue to sculpt and etch details onto the figure, I wanted to talk a little bit about how much the film is etched into my childhood. It was one of the earliest films I remember watching when I first arrived here at 5 years old. And I know for many of you out there, it's just as etched into your childhood as it was in mine. It was very special watching it as a kid. It's still special today. Great performances by Henry Thomas and Drew Barrymore, Peter Coyote, Dee Wallace, and overall just a great filmmaking achievement by Steven Spielberg and company, and all the folks that brought E.T. to life. And here I'm sculpting E.T.'s head, and I used wire as well and foil, as you saw. And here are our two beads that I'm going to use for E.T.'s eyes. I had to make a brace so that E.T.'s head would hold up better. And here I'm using some translucent clay because I want the heart to show. I want that red glow to really show and shine through. And throughout the whole time, I make sure that I clean the sculpture, that I get rid of any little debris, because you don't want any of that showing up when it bakes, which it's almost ready for. So after I bake it, and all the instructions are in the description section, I make sure that I sand it. It's very important. It is imperative that you sand it before you paint it so that there are no unwanted bumps or little, inconsistencies. So I'm gonna start off with acrylic paint, and then I'm gonna airbrush E.T. till I match his color on screen. I'm also going to add some gloss varnish because at times in the movie E.T. seems to have a wet look. Now he's shown in the woods often, so I'm gonna add some moss to his stand I use a glue gun to then attach that moss. And after that, it's E.T.'s time to shine. Thank you so much for joining me in sculpting this most exceptional character, most endearing to me, and I hope that I see you soon. Visit etherealartsstudio.com.